Hey YouTube, T. Holtz here. I want to make a quick video here tonight to talk about what I've learned over the last 4 days about these outdoor pond plants that were in my outdoor container pond, and they're now in this 75-gallon tank with my goldfish that were in the container pond. What I thought was going to happen was all these roots that you see hanging down into this tank, I thought they were going to fall off pretty quickly. But as you can see, most of the roots are still attached to these plants, and they seem to be doing quite well. There's a few roots that came off that are laying on the bottom. Maybe over here you see a little bit of debris on the bottom, but that's pretty much it. There's a little bit on the sponge there, the filter sponge, but for the most part, all the roots from this water hyacinth and water lettuce are still attached to these plants. And if anything, the plants are actually reaching for the light. They look quite good. I didn't know what would happen. I thought that the adjustment to being inside under artificial light would harm these plants, but so far it hasn't. This is kind of a high light tank. There's 4 54-watt fluorescent bulbs in here, T5HO, so it is kind of a high light tank, and those floating plants, of course, are directly under the light, so they're getting the full force of all the light. And after 4 days, they're doing very well. Now I have another tank where I put them. I actually put them in 2 other tanks. One has a LED light, and another one has a fluorescent light. I only put a couple in those tanks. They're small tanks. I put like 3 or 4 plants in each one. And the one with the LED light, in just a 4 days time, all the roots fell off and the leaves actually began to fall off. So what I did is I took them out of there and I put them in this tank. Let me go show the tank I'm talking about. This tank here, my 29-gallon Gourami tank, has a Night Crew LED light on it, and even these red root floaters on the top are not doing very well. I just pulled a whole lot out that were decaying. It's hard to see on the camera here, but they're decaying and dying away under this Night Crew LED light. And the pond plants that I put in here, all the roots fell off and the leaves started to fall off. So they don't like, at least in this case, they don't like this particular LED light. But over here now, which is my 20-gallon that has a T5HOs, the plants are doing very well. The roots are not falling off anywhere near like they are. Look at the roots. The roots still on this water lettuce. So apparently when you bring these pond plants in, they like the T5HO lights better than they do LED lights, at least better than the one LED light that I have. Also down here in my 10-gallon, I have an LED light, and I placed some red root floaters in there. Probably the beginning of the summer, maybe the end of the spring, and all the red root floaters in this tank are gone. Now that's an LED light, not the same brand of LED light as I have in my 29-gallon tank, but I'm having the same problem where they don't like the LED light as much. Go down to this other tank that I have here. Look at these red root floaters growing on top of this tank. I mean, they're just coming out of the water. They're growing wild. So I've come to the conclusion, at least based on the lights that I have, the pond plants, water lettuce, water hyacinth, don't necessarily like LED lights, and they do like fluorescent lights. And the red root floaters as well, which seem to be like a pond plant, they do much better under fluorescent lighting. Now this isn't scientific or anything, and it only goes according to the lights that I have, my LED lights and my fluorescent lights. Maybe somebody else that has a different LED lighting, maybe they'll do well in. But in this case here, after 4 days, I've definitely seen that these pond plants like the fluorescent lighting much better than my LED lighting. Alright, YouTube, just wanted to get that quick video out, so if you're planning on one day to put some pond plants in your tank, maybe think about putting them in a tank that has fluorescent lighting instead of LED lighting. Thanks for watching.